two individual mistakes which happen in games. But we were really happy with the way we played the game, kept on going, kept on knocking, kept on creating chances. And this attitude, never give up, never say die, continue until the end of the game. That is something that can create a good team in the future, and we're really happy with the attitude of the players in that game. And it shows us as well that football on this level is a game of margins, meaning that in our quest to equalize the game, we could have conceded the third goal. They had at least two really good chances to score, and that would have been a game over. So just it's a game of margin, game of balance. You need to always be secure at the back, even though you're trying to go for scoring a goal. So overall, this camp was positive. We could forget ourselves and say 4 points top of the group, like Simon said in the beginning, but we have a lot to improve on. We know that. And now going for tricky 2 away matches is going to be a tough task. Simon touched on the importance of these matches. So to get into the playoff is one thing. To get into the playoff is important for so many reasons. If we go to these playoffs and we manage to win these playoffs, that will secure us to play the semi-final and hopefully a final in the Nations League, and that gives us the right to play Copa America next summer. So for so many reasons, this is important for our team. Number one, to grow, to play in tournaments that really will test us, to play against the best teams. So it's a so important step for developing a good team for the World Cup in 2026, so we can qualify for the World Cup in 2026. So we want to put all our emphasis on this camp coming up to secure the playoff possibility, and from then on, hopefully, we can take that opportunity and win the playoff. So 4 points will secure us the playoff place. Of course, like Simon said, we like to go for 6 points to be top of the group and play the lowest seeded team of the 4 that is waiting for us. So if we go through our opponents, maybe start with Grenada, and I'll throw it to you, Maron, if you can talk a little bit about Grenada.
Good morning, everybody. Grenada. Before I touch on Grenada, I want to talk about the coach first, Terry Codner. Very experienced coach. Been with them since May 2023. Very experienced, as I said. Worked with top teams before, like Ipswich and Wolves. Very organized man. I think, you know, where Grenada is right now, a coach like this, I think, is very good for them. Playing against any Caribbean team for Jamaica is always, we're like, you know, they're measuring sticks. They use us to know exactly where the program is. So it's going to be a tough encounter for us. You know, Grenada will not go lay down and die against a Jamaica team. Even though the head-to-head so far, I think it's 8 wins, 2 draws. We lost to them once, but you know, the games sometimes are close. The games sometimes are battles that we must win. But that first game, I think, you know, will be a good game for us to start off this part of the leg positively and try and get 3 points. But I don't think it's going to be a walkover. I think just like we are planning for them, they are planning for us. So that's with me for Grenada for now.
And then over to you, John. About Haiti, of course we know Haiti from our first leg.
So it's like the pass the mic contest right now, right? Yeah. He will be aided by some players coming back who were not part of the last game, and that's obviously going to aid them. more likely tactics and whatnot, but we will have a tough encounter against them and have a huge amount of respect for their coaching staff and what they've done so far. So Haiti in Trinidad will be the first one for me, and probably for a lot of people, facing Haiti in Trinidad. So that'll be an interesting factor.
Yeah, then jump in maybe to our squad for these two important games for us. The squad will be very similar, like we've said, and after the two last camp matches, we're quite happy with the performance. So it's a similar squad than the last time. There has been, though, a few setbacks and injuries. So if I run through it quickly, Casey Palmer got injured 2 weeks ago. He's not started training. He and us were hoping that he would start training before this weekend, so he can play and play with us, but he is not ready to start training, so he is out. Amari Bell sadly got injured in the 20th minute in the last game, and he will be out for at least 2 to 3 weeks more, so he's not in. Our squad, Ethan Pinnock has an Achilles injury, so he will miss this camp as well. He might and probably will play, just to be clear on that. He will probably play this weekend, but he needs treatment on his Achilles, and he's going to use the FIFA window to recover on that one with the doctors in England. And then Konaya Boyce-Clark is playing on Tuesday for Reading, so we want him to play that match. In his development as a goalkeeper, we need him to play senior matches, so he is supposed to play a cup game on Tuesday. And because of the tight schedule, we thought it would be better just that he would stay in England and focus on Reading at this time, and we bring in another goalkeeper for this camp. The last one not in the squad from last camp is Whisper. He's not in the squad now, obviously, because we have to be consistent in what we say. So he hasn't played a game for such a long time. I can tell from my point of view, I would like to have selected him for this camp because he has done good in recent games for us when he has been given a chance. But we have to be consistent in what we say and what we do. So we hopefully, and sadly, his age is not helping him, so he's not 18, so he cannot go to Chelsea and start to play and train. So we have to wait until he turns 18 so he can start to play senior football again. So hopefully it will be short until we pick him again, but we have to be consistent in that one. So I think that's the players that were in the last camp that are not in this one. So it's on. Yeah, so we add some regular or familiar faces in the squad, and if the squad is online, so I think there's 2 new faces in this group. It's Karoy Anderson, a young, how old is he? 18 years old, midfielder from Charlton, and then Michael Hector, also from Charlton. So two new faces from Charlton is joining the squad now. We have not worked with him before and really like to see him, especially in the absence of Ethan Pinnock. We thought it would be good to have an experienced guy coming and replacing him. So that is the squad we have for the camp against Haiti and Grenada. I think so, yeah.
And for the benefit of those that are physically here and versus those online, the goalkeepers, Andre Blake, Kemar Foster, Jamali Waite, the defenders, Javane Brown, Tavon Gray, Dishon Bernard, Dexter Lembikisa, Damien Lowe, Michael Hector, Greg Lee, and Adrian Mariappa, Bobby De Cordova-Reid, Daniel Johnson, Joel Latiboder, Kevin Lambert, Keroy Anderson, Demario Phillips, and Mikel Antonio, Shamar Nicholson, Leon Bailey, Romario Williams, Ronaldo Cephas, and Demarai Gray. We now use this opportunity to open the floor for questions from the media in relation to the squad and the upcoming matches in the CONCACAF Nations League. We also remind you all to listen to your colleagues as well and the questions that they ask. So